Hey guys, my name's Ben. I'm a librarian and I'm here today at my workplace, which is the Brampton Library Springdale Branch. I'm going to take you guys inside, show you around, and hopefully give you an idea of what the library is like from the perspective of someone that works here. Okay, let's go. This is the atrium area of the library. You can see there's a lot of natural light coming from these windows behind me and all around me. There's even a skylight up top. Let's see if I can turn so you can see it. So this is an environmentally friendly building. We have things like geothermal heating. All the windows let in a lot of natural light, which lets us save on electricity. We have gray water recycling. There's places to charge your electric car if you have one outside. So for me, those things are important. And it's nice to know that I work in a building that's environmentally responsible. The library looks a little bit different now than it did last year. Of course, before the pandemic, we would have about 1,000 people coming in a day. It's a very busy place. It wouldn't be uncommon to see every single one of these chairs and tables taken, occupied by people coming in to study or to read or to hang out with friends. Nowadays, of course, it's a lot quieter. People are staying home and staying safe. The collection is closed as well, so that means that you can still borrow anything that you want, but you have to request it online, and then library staff like myself will get a list of all the requested items, find them in the collection, prepare them, and let them know or let you know when they're ready for you to pick up. There's a lot of information on our website already about how to place a hold from the customer perspective, but that's not why we're here today. I want to show you what it looks like from our end. So every morning we come in, we print out a list from our computer system. Looks something like this. I'm going to put these on a cart and I'm going to go grab a couple of these books so that I can process them for the people that want to read them. Once we've collected and processed all the books on that list that we picked, we put them over here. We print out a little slip that has people's last names on them, and we place them on this shelf so that when people come in to pick them up, we know where to find them. Okay, so this is our quarantine room. Any books that are returned, like these ones, have to stay in isolation and quarantine for at least 3 days before we can do anything with them. So as soon as they're returned, throw them into a bin like this or like into boxes like that, and we put a date on it. That's the date that they've been received. And we can't touch them until at least 3 days after that date before we can process them. So we know that when we put them back on the shelf or when we get them ready for the next person to take out, that it's safe to do that. So we'll just let these guys chill out in here in the timeout room for a couple days before we process those. One interesting challenge that we're facing now, now that the library is a little bit different in COVID time, is that the collection behind me, the bookshelves that we have are actually not large enough to hold all of the collection that we own. And that might seem silly, but really that's because most of the time, about half of our collection is actually at home in people's houses. We call it in circulation. People have borrowed about 50% of all the books that we have in the collection. And now, with COVID, people are borrowing fewer books, which means we have to store more of them. So we're using all sorts of these tables across the branch to make up for the extra space that we need. Okay, so here we are in the Makerspace of the Springdale branch. This is my favorite part of the library. This is where we have our vinyl cutters and our 3D printers and a whole bunch of other creative tools that people can come in and use. Right now, of course, you can't come in and use it, but you can still send us the files of the projects you want to complete, whether they're 3D prints or whether they're vinyl cuts, and we will complete it for you and you can come pick it up. Just a quick note, this video was actually created using equipment and tools in the Makerspace and tools that are available for you to borrow. So for example, you can borrow GoPro cameras here that you can use to get some really good shots. I use this computer right behind me for the video editing, and I even use this little MIDI controller that we have here in the Makerspace to write and record the music that I'm using in between. And you could do the same as long as you have a library card. Okay guys, that's it for me. I gotta get back to work. Thanks for coming along on this tour with me today. I know that everything's a little bit strange right now, but I'm really hoping that sometime soon I'll be able to welcome you guys back to a more normal looking library and a more normal looking world. And I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you then.